the Predator. Great to see you, my friend. Great to see you. Back here in Riyadh, back to where you put on a great performance against Tyson Fury.
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
How does it feel to be back here?
Feels good. I mean, I've been here for what, 7 weeks? Since London, I've been here.
A lot of people are talking about overcoming your mind. Anthony Joshua said your biggest strength is your mind. Are they overlooking your boxing?
You said people are talking about?
Your mind, your mental strength. Are they overlooking your boxing skills?
Slow down a little bit. Sorry.
Anything, is it? That's how we roll.
I don't know, usually in the step like this, they have the headset. So we can share each other in the headset, but here I'm having a hard time.
Well, what we can see is Anthony Joshua down there. And now the music has gone down a bit. Francis, we can chat now, we can chat. Francis, tell me, look, one of the main things at the launch press conference, they talked about your mind, overcoming your mind. What about your boxing? Are they overlooking your boxing?
Overlooking my boxing? What do you mean by if I'm overlooking my boxing?
Underestimating.
If I underestimate my boxing?
If they're underestimating your boxing.
Well, I think so. I think they underestimate me, first of all, because, you know, again, I can stand here and just say, oh, I'm the best boxer ever live, like all those stuff, which doesn't make sense, right? But what I do know is that I'm a man, I can use some fundamental and I can fight. You know, like, even without ever doing a boxing, I wouldn't give my ground, right? So I'm here doing this and then be dedicated into it, and then I don't understand why at some point I would not believe that I will get it done. You know, it's the same thing when I get in the UFC. I was in the UFC after 2 years, and then even 2 years in the sport for me, it was just like, oh, I was just having fun because it wasn't really what I wanted to do. I wanted to do boxing, but the opportunity came around 2 years after, and then I'm like, damn. I was in the locker room, I'm like, what's the rules again? You know, and then they was telling, talking about our resume, our record, and this guy was a Brazilian Olympic wrestler. He was this, he was black belt jiu-jitsu, and me, I was basically nothing. You know, I mean, in order to convince myself, I have to look, you know, take my pride, and then look at myself, I'm like, I don't care whatever you say about him. He might be doing Tai Chi or whatever you want. At the end of the day, he's a man, I'm another one, and we're gonna check it out. You know, I had to have that mindset. Otherwise, I would have just turned around. I has nothing with the guy that was Olympic this, that. You know. So then he walks out, and those kind of things let you understand that most of the time, the fight is in our head. It's not about the techniques, it's not about this. I have seen like the best technician in the combat sport that are not really a great fighter because they don't really have a fighting in them. You know, you can have all the techniques, but if you don't have fighting in you, it's going to be hard for you.
Well, Andy, it's fascinating to have, just to hear Francis, but fascinating to have another heavyweight contender now clearly in the mix here in Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, it is. It's very unusual for this to be the case. Just hearing you speak there, what would you say is the most difficult thing about fighting for you? What do you find most difficult about it?
Well, everything is difficult, you know, like, but you become a fighter when you practice the things that are difficult for you and make it even the thing that, and get to the point that you enjoy it, you know. You enjoy putting yourself in that uncomfortable zone, feeling uncomfortable. When you start to enjoy that, then basically, even though stuff are still difficult, but you handle it differently, you know. Like you get something, you go to do something difficult, and then you're stressed. At the same time, you're excited. You need that excitement, like, oh man, you know, I don't know, it could be sparring or whatever. You're like, damn, I'm gonna do 10 rounds today. But you're excited. I'm like, oh, we're gonna bang. I don't care how it goes down, but we're gonna bang. So I'm excited. That gets you excited, and then when you have that fire, it gets things a little different. But if it was just like a job, like okay, let's just do it because you have to do it, if there wasn't an enjoyment, it would have been more difficult.
Johnny, that's something people talk about a lot in boxing, isn't it? You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
That's right, and you can feel, you can smell the confidence of a man that believes in his own ability. It doesn't matter what resume is in front of him, no matter what fight is in front of him. And he's probably proved that in the shock that he gave us all December the 23rd. He's hoping to that lightning strikes twice and say, now I know what I can do. After you fought Tyson Fury, did you walk away thinking, you know what, I could have actually done better there? Realize once you knew what you did.
In whatever fight that I have been through, you know, I always think like you can always do better, you know, and I think that's what make you rise. That's what elevated you, because the problem is that, and then what will make fighter fall most of the time is like when they get the victory, oh, they are the guy or they are the champ, and they think they get everything figured out. No, you have nothing figured out. In fact, it's gonna be even more difficult. And if you lose sight of that, then it's gonna be very complicated. Basically, in the fight that nobody was expecting me, then I get myself exposed. So the guy that is coming next time knows what he has to deal with. So it's gonna be well prepared, so which is not good for me. I lose that element of surprise. So can I surprise him again? What can I bring? What kind of what can I put off my sleeves again to surprise him and get a win? You know, it's a gamble.
Well, we can't wait to see what more surprises you've got. You keep surprising the world every time. Francis, we're going to let you go. We'll speak to you again tomorrow at the workout. Great to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, Dave. Thank you.